Hello everybody and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2021, where we're playing with Crystal Palace on the full manual Master League. Now you may notice there's a little bit of difference with the camera. I'm trying a different new setup. Let me know what you think. Is the face cam a bit clearer? Do you not care? Let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to know what you think. I'm a little bit shifted over to the right, I think, as well, which is a little bit I'm not sure about. But as you can see, we've been going for a centre-back, and one of them was Benteke, and it has been turned down. But it is deadline day today, and we're going to try and get something done. Now, I have two potential centre-backs to bring in, and that's what we need to go and look at. So Benteke broke down, but Van der Berg, youngster from Liverpool, is actually available on a free transfer. They released him on a free, and he's agreed a deal with us. It's got a 1.6 or a 2.1 million release clause in it, so I don't mind that. Salary's really low at £9,810 a week, and I think that could be a good deal. The other one is Danzo, also on a free, older, as you would expect. He is 23, Van der Berg's 20. 23, 4 or 3 higher average overall. Jump, physical contact, heading's pretty good. Good conditioning. Injury resistance is 2, so that's not too bad. Pretty much only right-footed. And Austrian, again, no wage. He wants a 6.8 million for release clause. I'm tempted to bring them both in because even combined, their salaries are only about £23,000. So still leave us with quite a lot of money to play with, and 26 million in the bank if we wanted to go and go and get a really big player. So I'm not sure. I think potentially both. Would make profit on both of them if they sold, even for the release fee. So I think that is probably what we're going to do. But well, let's in fact, you know what? That is what we're going to do. Let's go and get 2 centre-backs in. Yes, it will take 2 hours to finalise that. Not too sure why it would take you 2 hours for that to be done. But we're going to make sure that we get our own eggs sorted in our own basket. If that makes is that a phrase? Is that a way you would phrase that? I don't think that is a way you would phrase that. But let's go and get Danzo and Van der Berg, and that now makes us solid at the back. I'm happy with those decisions. So we have messages coming in. Van Aanholt from Burnley. Why is it with Burnley buying our players? Very, very strange. Into my team. Van Aanholt, 8.7. It's more than his value. He's 31. He is a team role star player, level 2. So it is interesting to see if that is what we want to do. I feel like we don't need to, and I don't have a left back to replace him. I mean, our backup left back is Mitchell. It wouldn't be bad. And Maitland-Niles, maybe we could actually. Potentially, we could let Van Aanholt go. At 31, he's not getting any younger, is he? He's not getting any younger. Give us 11. Give us, well, just under 11, 10.9. I don't think Burnley won't want anyone that I want. So 10.9 million, I think that's a good deal for Van Aanholt. 5 hours to go. Let's have a look to see what we've got coming in. Burnley have agreed to it. Well then. I wasn't really expecting that. I think 11 million. 11 million for Van Aanholt. I'm going to take it. And it will leave us with 3 hours to potentially go and bring in a new... That's quite a major out. That is quite a major out. Townsend, I'm definitely not selling Townsend, so we're just going to ignore that one. But let's go and see. Have our scouts been busy? So Delgado is a left back in there. Got lots of left backs found in Europe, and or none found in there. Let's go and have a look at all of these, because I've been ignoring left backs because we've got Van Aanholt. So he's 30, 29, 23, 28, 30. So Ruud 23 is a lot weaker than Van Aanholt. He is left-footed. He's got a long throw. Ideally, I want pinpoint crossing. Let's have a look at Delgado, who's 73 rated as well, 31. No chance. Let's go and have a look at the transfer list and see what is happening on the transfer list. Now, we did get, in typical Provo fashion, we got a lot of new youngsters in through the youth system, and it's like, I think the best one is Branislav Ivanovic, who is incredible, but it's really unrealistic, isn't it, to have a youngster come through with the same name of someone who is a famous footballer. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So ideally, I just want to get a deal done and pay a release fee. I mean, Nathan Ferguson, could bring him back for 3.6. He's already... Is that our Nathan Ferguson? Maybe it's not. Eric Peters, he's quite old though, isn't he? Let's put an age limit on this for 26, 27. Let's try 26 to start with. That's 5 years younger than Van Aanholt, who we let go. So, Alioski, he can't be... Is he overall 60? Wow, that is really low. Oh, he's 16. He's come back as a regen. Okay. Zinchenko, 20 million. Injury resistance 1, which is a bit of a concern. But he has got pinpoint crossing, low lofted pass. He had come from a very good team in Man City. He's 25. Interesting. Brandon Williams, who is at now Wolverhampton Wanderers, already looking to move him on. I could potentially get in Captain Spirit. I'm reading Captaincy and Fighting Spirit. I could bring in Brandon Williams. That's not too bad. 8 Nori as well. So 19 million for 8 Nori. 9 million for Brandon Williams. I think that could be a potential... Oh, he's just moved. He's just moved, so he's only still on the transfer list because he's just moved. That's why. I mean, Zinchenko's market value is 21.6, but his release fee is 20.7. I know it's not like an all bells and whistles deal, but I think bringing in Zinchenko could really help us out. We're going to just bump him up with some of these things. It's going to take 2 hours. It's him or nothing. It's him or nothing. And he has accepted our offer. Yes. Right, we've got in a left back. I think that's... Yes, we've paid much more money for Zinchenko than we got in for Van Aanholt. But given the fact that what we've done in the transfer window, I think getting him in and potentially getting an extra 7 million if we sell him on, he's better than Van Aanholt. He's younger than Van Aanholt. I'm happy. I am happy. That was a hectic day. Didn't imagine anything like that on deadline day today. But we're going to be playing Sheffield United in this game. It's a one-game episode, this one. I think we did have a Mario Icardi move from PSG to Atletico Madrid. There you go. There you go. So, actually, Chamberlain's back from his injury. We've got lots of things going on here. Negotiations failed. That was fine. I think that'll be... So, good news, Skipper. We found a special talent. Ezequiel Palacios from Bayern. We can pick him up as a bargain if we move quickly. I mean, it's not really realistic, but I'm not going to say no to Ezequiel Palacios, who is incredible, and who we can apparently pick up on the cheap. So, let's start some transfer negotiations. They want 11 million. We're going to give him 9.2 because it did say we can get him on the cheap. We'll try and just get him under our wage budget. He can have a £24 million release fee. We'll just give him a little bit of bonuses as well. If we can bring him in, that's a great deal to bring in the summer for a first deal. So sometimes the scouts do some useful things, as they've found a couple of people. Yeah, I'm not fussed now. Window's gone. Only if they find good special talents, that is what we want to go through. As Sheffield United. I think we had one game, which was that 3-2 win against Southampton off camera, I think. Because drew 0-0 with Arsenal. We played Liverpool, was it? Did we do... I can't even remember now. God, look at all of these. Okay, for some reason, it's not showing only games in there. But 0-0 Arsenal, we beat Southampton 3-2. And today we'll be playing Sheffield United, which should be a very interesting game. So let's get it on to full manual. If you're wondering why I do that and I don't change it, it's because when I play online, I don't do full manual. So... that will be why. Right, I'm going to pick the team and we will be right back. Okay, so gone through the team. This is how we're going to line up. It's going to be Guita in goal. Maitland-Niles comes in at right back. Van der Berg gets a start, the youngster at centre-back. He's keen for it after signing. Ferro and Zinchenko gets his debut as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain back in after injury. Max Meyer and Camavinga in there. Eze behind Shalov and Correa. Only 74 team spirit, but I think we should be okay, to be honest. I think we're happy with the red and blue versus red and white. That should be fine. Let's get into it. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Selhurst Park. It's Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United in the sunshine as the referees appear from a brick wall, as do the players like some sort of magic. It's Crystal Palace with plenty of business done on the January transfer deadline day as Zinchenko comes in at number 3 left back, new signing to replace the outgoing Van Aanholt. It was a quickly done deal according to Ruud Gullit. Van Aanholt out the door and a couple of hours later Zinchenko in. They needed money from one to get the other deal done, and that was it. And there's a number of changes for Crystal Palace today. Guita in goal keeps his place, but Maitland-Niles, new signing Van der Berg and Zinchenko come into the back four. Oxlade-Chamberlain is back from injury in midfield, and Eze is supporting Correa and Chalov up front in a very exciting looking Crystal Palace team. But Sheffield United line up in a 5-3-2. No new signings for them, although Jeffrey Schlupp, signed from Crystal Palace, is playing against his former club, starting at left back for the Blades. So let's get into this game. It's Crystal Palace, and it wasn't the summer window, was it? It wasn't the winter window. It was the summer window from the start of Season 2, a season of which Crystal Palace have actually made a relatively good start to the game as Eze picks up the ball in midfield. Camavinga moves that one on to Zinchenko, gets his first touch as a Crystal Palace player. Finds Oxlade-Chamberlain. He goes out to Maitland-Niles into Chalov. Chalov tries to give that one back to Maitland-Niles, but gets the ball back, although his pass back towards Oxlade-Chamberlain wasn't the best. And it's a bit scrappy in the middle at the moment, but 0-0, and we'll be back if there's any major action to report. Camavinga has Zinchenko running outside of him. Looks that in towards Correa, but McGoldrick was back there and doing his defensive duty. Tries to release McBurney. McBurney comes forward with it, but very easily tackled by Feddo, who releases it back into Correa. Looks up towards Eze, who looks to turn away from Basham and does. Gets a shot of it, hits Chalov. Maitland-Niles will keep this one alive. Back into a dangerous area. It's kept in play. Dinked across, but it's over the head of everyone. Maitland-Niles turns into Fleck, and it's cleared away. Crystal Palace, well, if they had a little bit more composure, probably would have had a decent opportunity there. Lundstrom looks to launch Sheffield United on a counter-attack. Ferro having none of it. A good header there as it's played up towards Chalov into Eze, who is actually taken on the ball by Chalov. Maitland-Niles up against Schlupp. Good hold-up play from Maitland-Niles. Back to Camavinga. A good save, that one in goal from Wes Fotheringham as it comes back to Zinchenko. Keeps this one alive, but the pass forward was pretty poor from Max Meyer. It's cleared away, but it's all Crystal Palace at the moment. McGoldrick on the ball for Sheffield United, swamped by Crystal Palace players, but manages to get a good pass out to Lundstrom into John Fleck. Fleck comes forward. Chamberlain just standing off him. Schlupp invited forward. He'll be familiar with the pitch at Selhurst Park, and he's done very well to get away from Maitland-Niles, but Chamberlain covers him well and tries to play up the line. It goes out of play for a throw-in. Sheffield United really being blunt in attack, really not throwing men forwards and attempting to change the game as that ball goes long. McBurney underneath it, knocks it down to McGoldrick. McGoldrick shoots, and it's 1-0 Sheffield United. And just as you say they're not doing anything going forward, they make it 1-0. It's a long ball up towards Ollie McBurney. And you'll see it here in the replay. He just wins the header, nicely headed down to McGoldrick. One touch, first time shot. Zinchenko's sliding dive couldn't get in the way of the ball. And just like that, easy as you like, route one. Ferro beaten in the air. Van der Berg not marking his man properly. And, well, McGoldrick just tucks that one away nicely. It is 1-0 Sheffield United here at Selhurst Park. Not the start the Eagles would have wanted after splurging what is quite a lot of money in the summer transfer window. Correa looks into Eze, turns into O'Connor. That was nearly an instant response from Crystal Palace. Good play into the danger area, but then it just goes a little bit wrong when they tried to get there, as now it's Ferro v Lundstrom, and Lundstrom's going to have the pace. Lundstrom shoots, it goes past the post. Ferro getting done for pace there. So I realised my camera cut out, and I have no idea how much footage was lost, but apologies if I wasn't on face cam and you had a big black square in the corner of the screen. But this new setup, I'm trying it. Apologies. Chamberlain's won the ball in midfield really well here. Oxlade-Chamberlain going forward with it. Has the run of Eze in front of him, but it's just put behind him. And it's a good interception from Basham. Maitland-Niles does get there to stop the ball going up towards Ollie McBurney again. And it's Van der Berg, who I don't think he was at fault for the goal, but definitely wasn't in his proper defensive position, let's say, following down from the header from McBurney to Mark McGoldrick as Lundstrom keeps the ball forward. Max Meyer with a great challenge on him there. Max Meyer into Shalov. Shalov's through, and O'Connell just gets back to make a tackle just before he could get his shot off, and it's going to be Angel Correa with the corner. Correa fires this one in. Chamberlain's there. It's good punch away from the keeper. Zinchenko tries to put it back in, but it's easy for Fotheringham to claim that one. And a very easy pick up for the keeper. And it's good from Crystal Palace, but it's not quite enough. Chamberlain, Camavinga, try to feed that one through to Eze, but Sheffield United will look to break. McBurney very, very isolated up there on his own as Zinchenko's in a race with Norwood. And Zinchenko wins that race. He comes forward in towards Eze, who's robbed it back from O'Connell in towards Shalov, but the defender gets there first. And yeah, Crystal Palace just struggling a little bit to get through at the moment. Sheffield United defending very well as there's 10 minutes or so till half time as McGoldrick looks to get past. Van der Berg has the pace, and that's very good defending from the new signing. And Ruud Gullit will be delighted with that. Eze on to Shalov. Shalov has the run of Maitland-Niles, who's got in behind his defender Schlupp, and Maitland-Niles looks to cut this one back towards Eze. It's headed away, and well, Flex made a mess of that as Shalov picks it up, lays it back in towards Maitland-Niles, but Basham covers well, and Sheffield United hold on. Although do they, because Camavinga has robbed McGoldrick, but he gets his shot wrong, and it goes past the post. Still 1-0 Sheffield United. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes forward again. He's been very dangerous in this game. Is that one going to bounce through to Correa? No, it's not. McGoldrick will just swallow up the loose ball, and Sheffield United again will go long. McBurney seems to be isolating himself quite well against Van der Berg when the ball does go forward. And then McGoldrick and McBurney are trying to link up again. Van der Berg has to get back towards McBurney. Good challenge from Max Meyer, who was helping his young centre-back out. And Camavinga gets there in front of Norwood. Grand Crystal Palace have one last chance. Maybe not with a sort of touch like that from Max Meyer. McBurney tackled well by Ferro. Van der Berg's there. Meyer onto Chamberlain. Chamberlain will move this one on to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles cuts back inside. Camavinga. Only a couple of seconds until half-time. Zinchenko. Up it goes, and there was no one running into that space as O'Connell can bring this one away rather easily. Cleared away. And you would imagine that may be the end of the half as McBurney looks to turn. Tries to put that one back out. Camavinga reads it very well. And that is half-time. It's 1-0 Sheffield United. Again, apologies for that lack of coverage. What happened to the camera, I do not know. It just sort of cut out. I don't think it was a battery issue. But something happened, that's for sure. So no changes at half-time. Let's get back into it. You'll notice that the screen has changed ever so slightly. So I've taken the bottom panel off. I want it to look a bit more like it's on a TV sort of presentation. But we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I've just realised some of my mods aren't working because Provo's had an update. But we'll go from there. Chamberlain out to Maitland-Niles in towards Eze. Tries to feed that one through. Correa couldn't quite get there. Chamberlain with a nice flick out to Maitland-Niles. Back to Chamberlain. Lets it run for Meyer. Meyer tried to find that to Camavinga. Really overhit that pass. And McBurney, well, could be through here. Van der Berg has got to get goal side. Great recovery from the youngster. He has had some impressive performances in here. As Zinchenko comes forward again. Correa has got there. Correa keeps its one in. Tries to just put it in with the outside of his boot towards Eze. But Fotheringham makes an easy catch again. Still 1-0 Sheffield United. Camavinga robs the Sheffield United man in the middle, but his pass is just off. Passing for Crystal Palace today has been just off as Correa tries to put some pressure on the back five of Sheffield United. Schlupp. Back to Basham. Up it goes again to Schlupp, who then goes long towards McBurney. Van der Berg gets a foot in after the knockdown. Maitland-Niles gets past McBurney in his own little way. Oxlade-Chamberlain up to Camavinga. Camavinga gets around Norwood. Surely a foul, referee. Didn't look like he got the ball, but the ref said he did. And Zinchenko picks this one up. Correa flicks it on one more to Eze. Eze's in on goal. Shoots. Oh, it's the underside of the bar. And it hasn't quite come in. Maitland-Niles tries to put it back in the box. A wonderful move from Crystal Palace to create the opportunity. Lovely flick from Correa. But it just didn't quite happen. Correa on the ball again now. Zinchenko tries to fire it across. Can he get up and get it? No, he can't. Fotheringham dives on it. 60 minutes gone. An hour gone It's still 1-0 Sheffield United, and Crystal Palace will be so unlucky. Eze smashing the bar. Foderingham was beaten all hands up. It's a corner to Sheffield United. Norwood's going to take it. He's got some men in the box. Good punch away from Goita. Zinchenko flicks that one on towards Shalov. Shalov looks back towards Zinchenko, but he stopped his run and it gave a chance for O'Connell to get back. As a long ball up in the air. Ferro's very well placed to stop that header down. Maitland-Niles, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain up towards Eze. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Camavinga trying to just get a bit of rhythm going here. Crystal Palace. Camavinga comes forward. A really good defensive shape from Sheffield United. It's going to take something special to get through. And, well, this has been worked really well. Zinchenko went for the shot. What am I doing? It's full manual. It's full manual, Dave. Oh, absolute shocker. Really well worked. Camavinga over to Zinchenko. One touch inside. Good movement. Picks up the return pass. Terrible shot from the new signing. Hits the side netting. Camavinga tries to dink one into some space for Correa, but those long balls aren't going to work against this back five of Sheffield United. Very well disciplined, very well positioned and drilled in where to stand. As McGoldrick gets past Zinchenko in towards McBurney. Van der Berg is the last man back again, and the youngster does well and then runs into McBurney. Maitland-Niles is there to just mop up any issues there might be, and he comes forward at pace. Maitland-Niles. Chamberlain into Eze. Eze back through to Chamberlain. Great first touch. He's taken out off the ball. How is that not a foul again? Referees are having a bit of a shocker in this game, you've got to say. No VAR for some reason in the Premier League. But it is still 1-0 Sheffield United. McBurney tries to feed it through to McGoldrick. It just overhit, and Guita makes easy pickings of that. Bowls it out to Zinchenko, who's had a decent debut today, especially going forward. Camavinga picks up the ball. Just lacking a few options. Gets around McGoldrick into Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes forward, and you can see Ashley Maitland-Niles out there. Shalov turns, but Basham puts in a fantastic tackle, and Sheffield United will look to break. McBurney up against Max Meyer, and Ferro picks up his poorly placed pass. Zinchenko comes forward, puts that in towards Eze. Eze turns, tries to feed it into Shalov. Does get it through. Shalov tries to dink it across. Can't get there. Basham clears, and that's been the story of it, really. Sheffield United happy to clear their lines, and Crystal Palace can't find a way through. And with 15 minutes to go, it will be a double substitution. Zinchenko off. His good debut comes to an end. Dodo comes on, and Maitland-Niles moves to left back, and Bruno Henrique comes on for Eze in attacking midfielders. Crystal Palace trying to, well, bring on a few more of their regulars, replacing one new signing, Camavinga, with Dodo. As not Camavinga, sorry, Zinchenko. Camavinga's got a lot of running space to do here, but gives it away to Baldock with a very easy challenge for the defender as Norwood runs into trouble, and Correa comes forward, puts it into Enrique. Bruno Enrique skips round a tackle really well. He's got Maitland-Niles on the wing, and Maitland-Niles has nearly robbed Norwood. A calamity of errors in all areas of the pitch there. Camavinga into Bruno Enrique. Takes a good touch. Holds it up well. Oxlade-Chamberlain. You can see Dodo outside. Dodo looks to fire this one across the box. It will be a corner to Crystal Palace. 10 minutes to go. Angel Correa is on it as just trying to cause some confusion in the middle. As I don't know who our tall players are, to be honest. Is Oxlade-Chamberlain quite tall? Not sure. Oxlade-Chamberlain calls for it towards the back post up against Ludstrom. Chamberlain heads it back across. It's cleared away by McBurney. Sheffield United bringing everyone back. Dodo trying to get this onto his favoured right foot and create a bit of space, but he actually goes to his left foot away from O'Connell. Bruno Henrique attacking it. Chamberlain keeps it alive. Maitland-Niles tries to float one in, and McGoldrick will get beaten to that ball by Ferro. Camavinga. Bruno Henrique turns Fleck with a good tackle. Last 5 minutes. And it is Sheffield United hanging on for a 1-0 win at the moment. Norwood back to Baldock. Egan. Camavinga trying to chase them down. Baldock goes long with it. Van der Berg with a good interception. Oxlade-Chamberlain lays that one into Enrique, but Fleck reads it. You could see Enrique making that run, and, well, Bruno Henrique has won this back high up the pitch. Enrique tries to put it through to Shalov, who's got the wrong side of Schlupp. Shalov shoots. Great save from Foderingham. Point blank range. He narrowed the angle, the keeper, But it's still a very good save to stop Shalov getting Crystal Palace an equaliser. Max Meyer comes forward. Jinks round Lundstrom. Lays it off. Bruno Henrique with a shot. It's hit the defender, Schlupp. And is he going to come away from a win at Selhurst Park? Norwood, final few minutes of the game. Goes long. Vandenberg once again reads that pass. Chamberlain. Max Meyer. On it goes to Correa. Bruno Henrique. Dinks it over. Maitland-Niles finds himself in space. Maitland-Niles shoots, and there it is. It's 1-1. Maitland-Niles gets it. Come on. That's what we needed. What a finish from the right back playing left back. It was his versatility, which is why we brought him in. What a finish this is. Correa into Bruno Henrique. Just lovely little chip ball into his path. And then a half volley. Keeper's got no chance. He did what Zinchenko couldn't do. It's one hell of a finish. And I'm well happy with that. What a hit from Maitland-Niles. Boom, in it goes. In that near post, Foderingham with absolutely no chance. And he points at the badge and celebrates wildly. Come on, what a hit. Love it. And it's 1-1. And right with the last kick of the game as well. Absolutely brilliant. What a finish from Maitland-Niles. We deserved it. We battered them. We absolutely battered them, to be honest. And brilliant. All I can apologise for is the lack of camera footage that when it dropped out halfway through. But what can you do? You can't win them all. As we had 8 shots, they had 3, 4 on target, 2 on target for them. We didn't give away a foul. Neither team gave away a foul. That's PES for you. And yeah, very good game. 1-1, I'll take it after going 1-0 down. But yeah, man of the match is McGoldrick for his goal. Lovely stuff for Sheffield United. So around the grounds, Arsenal 1, Southampton 1, Bournemouth 0, Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 0, Fulham 1. Interesting result. Burnley 4, Leicester 2. Newcastle United 1, Everton 1, Man City beat Watford 1-0. West Ham United lost at home 2-0 to Liverpool. Wolves lost 2-0 at home to Man United. And Spurs beat Stoke 2-0. So the table, we are up in 9th position with 5 points. 1 win, 2 draws and no losses at the moment. That's, yeah, after 3 games. I think you would take that, wouldn't you? I think you would take that. So we're doing very, very well indeed. We've got a national team squad announcement, which we'll point blank ignore, and we'll just go and decide when we come back. So Palacios, they want a bit of a more transfer fee. That's not going to be a problem. Riedeveld, I could be interested in selling Riedeveld to Toronto, especially if we agree this deal with Palacios. So we'll quickly go and get that done in this episode. And then we'll see if we can wrap that up. So 9 million is totally fine. And the wages are wonderful. Accept. Done. Bosh. Thank you very much. There we go. So we've got Ezequiel Palacios coming in, which means we can also go and look at Riedeveld and see how much they want for. They're offering us for him 1.8. I mean, his contract is running out. We're probably not going to renew it. So his release fee is like all the way up there. So let's go for 2.3. Give us 2.3 million and you can have Riedeveld. Right, let's go and look at the schedule. And the schedule is saying Villa, Fulham, Leicester, international break, I'd imagine. Let's come back for that. FA Cup against Nottingham Forest and Everton in the league. I think that'll be a good little episode to do. So thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's really sorry about that footage bit in the middle. Let me know down below what you think of the signings. Am I selecting too many actual Crystal Palace players go, or are you not fussed about that at all? But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.